Hi, and welcome back to Messy Bookshelf. I'm Jennifer, and today I'm going to be doing a video all about Rowell. Rowell is my favorite author, and I've been wanting to do a video all about her for quite a while, but I wanted to make sure that I had read all of her current books up until when I put this video out. So when I decided I wanted to make this video, I hadn't read Attachments, but since Booktubeathon I actually have it read, so now I can talk about it a bit with you. My love of Rowell began back when I found this book that had a little blurb. This one doesn't have the blurb from John Green, but John Green actually tweeted or talked about this book, I believe, when it came out. I think there are versions with he has a blurb on it. Oh yeah, he has a blurb on the back. And I was very intrigued by it, so I picked it up and I fell in love with it, as you can tell from the tabs. Once I finished this one, I wanted to read more of her books, which brought me to Fangirl. Fangirl is probably my favorite novel of all time, at least by Rowell. I very much connected with the character of Kath in this book. I don't write fan fiction. Overall character and her love of Simon Snow, who is kind of this world's Harry Potter. Picked this one up from my mother for Christmas, and then I borrowed it from her a year or so ago, basically once she actually finished it, because it took her about a year to read this. It took me about a day or two. I borrowed it to read it, but I just hadn't gotten around to it before this summer. Her other adult novel that I really enjoy was Landline. I believe a Goodreads award winner, which is pretty cool. This was really fun. I'll talk about it more in a second when I talk about each individual book. By this time, my love for Rowell had already been established, so when Carry On was coming out, everyone at work knew that I wanted it, and we were getting like 1 or 2 signed copies in, so I had them let me know when it came in so I could pick that up because I need it. I also have a copy of Kindred Spirits because I ordered it off eBay, but I'm actually missing it, so I think I have to send out a pulse to see if anyone has that, because I feel like I borrowed it to someone, but I don't know who. I believe this is the first book that she has written. This tells the story of Lincoln, who is working these graveyard shifts. Basically what he has to do is he has to read emails that are flagged by the company's spam folder, I guess, and make sure people are not wasting the emails or talking about random stuff when they're supposed to be working. And he comes across emails between Beth and Jennifer, and he gets intrigued by these emails and their lives, and he actually starts falling in love with them, more specifically Beth. And so the story is told in mixed ways. For the most part, it is very much prose, but there are also emails in there. For the most part, for most of the book, the only information we get about Beth and Jennifer is through the emails that Lincoln is reading. So it was pretty interesting. It definitely wasn't my favorite Rowell book, but I still really enjoyed this one. Eleanor Park, when it comes to Rowell, is a great place to start. This book tells the story of 2 misfits who meet while on the bus and they become friends. And it's been a while, so I kind of forget what happens. But it's kind of a romance love story between 2 teenagers who are kind of just living their lives and having to deal with the complications of their lives. And it's really heartbreaking and sad and beautiful, and I really need to reread this very, very soon because I don't think I've read it since, and it's just beautiful. I need to reread this one very soon. Fangirl tells the story of 2 twin sisters, Kath and Ren, and they're both going to college, and Kath thinks that they're still going to be their buddy-buddy selves, but Ren is more like, I want to go and do my own thing. I'm an independent person outside of this twin situation. And so Kath has a really hard time fitting in to her university and with her roommates. And then she meets Levi, this guy right here. He kind of takes her out of her shell and helps her adapt to her new location. And Kath is a fan fiction writer who's very widely known for her Simon Snow fan fiction called Carry On. Carry On is also a book by Rowell. Carry On is supposedly the fan fiction that Kath wrote, and this one is the most recent release, and it is gorgeous and amazing and beautiful, and I absolutely loved it. It's definitely great for fans of Harry Potter who were kind of on the Harry and Draco ship, because that's basically what this is about. It's a fan fiction about the main guy, Simon Snow, and his kind of romance with Baz. So there's some LGBT stuff going on. It's Harry Potter-esque. I read it right after Christmas, which was the perfect time to read this because it very much is based around Christmas. So it's really good, even though it's bright and sunny and you think it'd be great for the summer, which it still would be. It's so good for the Christmas season. Landline is about this woman who's dealing with marriage problems, and it's over Christmas as well, I believe. She ends up not going to her in-laws' house because she has to work, so she finds herself at her parents' house in her old room, and when she picks up the phone to call her husband, she actually calls him in the past. And it's dealing with, it's kind of like magical realism and trying to figure out how to save her marriage, or if she even wants to save her marriage. This was a really great read. I highly suggest this if you are an fan of Rainbow Rowell's and want to branch into her adult things, because this was really well written. The short story that she wrote for World Book Day called Kindred Spirits tells the story of, I can't remember her name, but it's this girl and she's going to the midnight release of Star Wars The Force Awakens, and she's going there I think 3 or 4 days in advance because that's the latest that her mother would let her, and she expects it to be this big thing with all kinds of people, but there ends up being only 2 other people there, and so she's trying to make friends and trying to make the most out of this unlikely situation. It was such a great read. I really wish I had a copy here to show you because it's only thin. It's only 60-70 pages, maybe a little bit more. I'm terrible at remembering things, but if you can get your hands on it, I know that there were none available to buy in stores in America, I don't think, but it is on most ebook forms. I know Kobo has it with Indigo, so you can definitely get it through there. I bought mine on eBay and it only cost me 15 bucks with shipping and handling, so it wasn't too bad at all. I really need to get my copy back. But that is it. Let me know down below if you like Rainbow Rowell, and if you do, which ones are your favorites, or if you have some suggestions for what to read if you like Rainbow Rowell, because I'm always open for suggestions as well. Please hit that thumbs up and subscribe button. I will see you on Tuesday. Bye!